Imagine this. You finally go on a space vacation, you enter a planet, and the rain doesn't fall nicely. It comes at you sideways, and it's made of glass. Yeah, welcome to space. Before you say this is fake, let me tell you, this planet is real. Astronomers actually found it, and they named it HD 189733b. Yeah, I know, it's sketchy. So, how did anyone even find a planet like this? Back in 2005, scientists were scanning a small quiet patch of the night sky, just to the left of the Cygnus constellation near a lesser-known constellation called Vulpecula. It's not a flashy area, no bright nebula stealing the show, just a normal-looking star sitting there. That star is called HD 189733. At first, everything looked normal. Then they noticed something strange. The star wasn't sitting still, it was wobbling. Just tiny, almost nervous movement back and forth. And that wobble was the giveaway. It meant the star was being tugged by the gravity of something big orbiting nearby. This technique is called the radial velocity method. And that's how scientists realized, yeah, there's definitely a planet there. And not just any planet, this thing is huge. HD 189733b is what we call a hot Jupiter. Basically a gas giant that decided personal space is overrated and moved way too close to its star. So close that one full year there lasts only about 2 Earth days. Yeah, blink and you miss New Year's. When a planet lives that close to a star, things get intense. In fact, this planet is so close to its star that it's basically locked in place. One side is always facing the star, always bright, always burning. But the other side never sees daylight, always dark. It's the same reason we always see the same side of the moon from the Earth. In 2007, NASA's Spitzer Space Telescope managed to do something incredible. It actually mapped the temperature of this planet. What it found was extreme. The day side reaches about 1700 degrees Fahrenheit. The night side is cooler, but still brutal, around 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. So even the cool side of this planet would completely destroy you. But the story gets even better. Scientists later realized something rare. This planet doesn't just orbit its star. From our point of view, it actually passes right in front of it. That's called a transit, and that's when things got really interesting. Because when the planet moves in front of the star, some of the starlight passes through the planet's atmosphere before reaching Earth. Scientists grab that light and break it apart using spectroscopy. Think of it like scanning a barcode. Different chemicals block different colors of light, so the missing pieces tell us what's floating around in that atmosphere. And what they found is silicates, the same basic stuff used on Earth to make glass. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, if this planet is that hot, how does glass even form? And this is where what I just mentioned actually matters. As I said, this planet is basically locked in place. One side is always facing the star, the other side is always in darkness. So here's the key point. HD 189733b isn't evenly hot. The day side is brutally hot, the night side is significantly cooler. Because of that huge temperature difference, powerful winds are constantly generated, rushing heat from the bright side toward the dark side. And thanks to those insane winds, superheated material from the bright side gets dragged across the planet and pushed upward into higher layers of the atmosphere. As that material moves away from the hottest region and rises higher, the temperature drops. And when it drops enough, that vapor condenses, not into water but into tiny shards of glass. So yes, it literally rains glass. And that is how glass forms on a planet that is hot enough to melt almost everything. You may think the disaster is over, but it's not. It gets worse. Those winds reach over 5,000 miles per hour. It's crazy. The glass doesn't fall down like normal rain. It gets blasted sideways. Basically, the sky turns into a planet-sized sandblaster. So imagine you're standing there, you can't breathe, you can't hide, and the atmosphere itself is trying to delete you. So if you're packing for this trip, forget sunscreen or an umbrella. You need armor. If you enjoyed this nightmare of a vacation, stick around because space is full of beautiful places you should never visit.